All right, we're live.
Cool.
Hello, everyone. This is the Atheist Ranger. This is T.G.I.F. number 21. I had to delete the last one because of a copyright claim, and I did not want to take the fucking chance of getting a strike and having to start my A channel all fucking over again. Tonight, for now, we have Christian Anarchist, and we have the always baked Stalinist Brony. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing pretty good.
Fucking high as a kite, dude.
Alrighty, that's always a good thing. So,
Fuck yeah, it is, dude.
We'll agree to disagree on that.
What?
I said, not in my view.
What, you don't like to be high?
Well, as someone who is straight edge, I think that like high, drunk, any of those things is not good in trying to live out the best of life, basically.
I strongly disagree with that.
Of course.
Well, no, it's because I'm being serious here. When I smoke, I feel like when I'm walking home high, right, at night, I have two things grounding me to reality: the music I'm listening to and the road ahead. Besides that, it's like my mind is anchored to the ground and it's a balloon, and it's like I'm just imagining things like separate from what I'm doing.
Right, but I prefer to be not having any part of my body in the mental state or otherwise altered. Instead, I want to, at least be aware and can't even talk today, fully feel what's around me without having any sort of alterations done.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, you can do what you want. Just for me, it's...
Yeah, no, it's different strokes for different folks, dude. It's all good.
Yeah. At least I'm not the straight edger that's going to stab you if you don't put the weed out.
Mm-hmm.
So
those guys suck.
I was watching a Steve McRae video, and apparently G-Man thinks that Mormons are not Christians.
I almost agree with him, except I don't, because that's stupid.
They're in what we would call a Christian subcult.
Yeah.
But as far as orthodoxy goes, would definitely fall far from the tree.
Yeah, they are a weird bunch.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
You can be that. You can basically be a god that women basically give birth. When they die, they basically keep giving birth to different babies or gods or something like that over and over again.
That sounds horrible.
Well, as long as they got a bunch of ice cream, it probably shouldn't be too bad of an experience.
Yeah. So, Stalinist Brony, what's new coming to your channel?
Don't know yet. I just made a video correcting Kyle Kalinske on something. Well, not correcting, more like scolding him for what I feel is hypocrisy. You can watch it for the details. But
what was not exactly his best moment.
Yeah. So and also probably an Islamist cancer tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know.
No, I'm sober. Yeah, you kind of said that last Friday, and I kind of waited. Nothing.
Yeah. Sorry.
You gotta inform your co-host about this stuff, man.
I'm sorry, I had a huge project to do.
No problem.
Anyway, I'm done talking for now. Talk to someone else.
So, Christian Anarchist, are you doing any more debates I should know about?
Well, I did one yesterday.
Well, who'd you go with?
Some guy named Adam Garza that decided to comment on one of my old videos, and that was basically where the debate offer.
What were you guys debating about?
The thesis is the King James Bible the preserved Word of God? I was on the negative. He was on the affirmative.
Well, what do you mean? What about the King James Bible?
Basically, he was a King James onlyist. He believed that the King James Bible is the only preserved Word of God in the English language, and that's the Bible we basically should be reading, and that these modern translations like the NIV, the NASB, ESV, New King James, New Living Translation, that they're all perversions created with the help of Satan to remove the deity of Christ, to convince people to follow New Age pagan ideas and all this stuff.
And I'd say, yeah, the King James Bible wasn't that like pretty much edited to an extent to control people?
Not necessarily. Concerning when it was made, it was in 1611. It was basically a revision of the Bishop's Bible, which was a Bible before it. And though one thing that the guy that gave the permission, King James, he did have some political things with it. Like he didn't like certain phrases that the Bishop's Bible had that he wanted the King James to sort of correct on. However, concerning anything else, the translation was pretty decent type of translation. And it was good for its time, considering what they had to work with and how accurate it is, but it's not as good, if you know what I'm saying. So that's why we have now some of these other translations that have different translation methods that aren't word for word, but they're pretty still getting the same thought. And then you have like NASB and ESV that are word for word, and they are trying to, relay something that's more accurate than what the King James would have gotten for its rendering.
Alright, I'm too high for this. I'm gonna dip out of here.
Crap.
Yeah, you gotta sit here and talk with me.
Mm.
So what's new in the anime world I should know about? I haven't been paying much attention as of late.
Well, I've just been watching Fairy Tail, and I finished The Seven Deadly Sins Season 1 on Netflix.
Oh, I wish I could get fucking Netflix, except my PlayStation is being difficult, and it doesn't want to load up anything.
Mm. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And
I'm so
apparently
goddamn
Skylar
tired.
Fiction has
What?
uploaded a new video.
Who did?
Skylar.
Oh yeah, I saw that. What the fuck was it? It was about Dawn's deity, right?
Verification.
Verification
Yeah.
of what, Darwin?
No, I don't know, that's just the title of the video. Verification.
Huh. Well, let's explore this.
Okay.
To the 4 people watching, the link is public if you have any desire to join. Don't only care if you do. Alright, well, let me look for this Skylar Fiction. I mean, I know he made one about Darwin's deity. Don't know why it was
41 minutes long.
What?
It's 41 minutes long.
Oh yeah, it is about Darwin's deity. Well, if anyone comes in, let me know, because I may not be watching. I do have the cameraman on.
Okay.
Are you a big fan of Darwin's deity or no? That bad, huh?
Yes.
So, what have your run-ins been with him like?
Pretty much interruptions, and it's essentially like every time he's in a hangout, I leave. Because it's that much of I don't want to talk to that individual.
Yeah, I saw he was in Antonio Fletcher's hangout, and he was just fucking like dogging him for supposedly he was getting interrupted, even though he was trying to control the whole goddamn room.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing I've only talked to him like twice. Well, not specifically me, but I've been in rooms with him like twice.
Good evening, YouTube. It is with great pleasure I announce that I will now be the official spokesperson for the Skylar Fiction Experience. Skylar will still be engaged in his own conversations within the great debate community, but for videos like this, I will...
By what means can we do in such a way that they cannot be wrong? As opposed to, I assume it comports with reality, or I strongly assume. By what means can we determine that any proposed state of affairs is the case in reality, Tim? Well, like I said, if we have an omniscient, omnipotent, always truth-revealing God who has constructed a world in such a way that we can know some things, then we have an ultimate means of verification. But that is only in virtue of that God existing and the means with which he constructed the world. If that God is denied, such as the Christian God, the skeptic only has his assumptions to rely upon. So any reasoning...
And so do you, fucking Darwin. You're assuming that is the Christian God telling you that these things are fucking real. You have been told this many fucking times. You got anything to add, Christian anarchist?
Just that I'm not a presuppositionalist.
Oh yeah, I know that. I've seen some of your debates. I mean, do you have anything to add to his nonsense?
Nope.
Well, I'm not very good at handling precepts because they like to go into philosophy, and I'm kind of illiterate when we do that.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? That was for Atheist Republic.
That he gives you.
Yep.
Any reasonings
Thank
whatsoever,
you.
no matter what he says, even if he says, well, the Christian is in the same boat too, that reasoning and rationale ultimately rests upon an assumption. And what they are saying, every proposed state of affairs that comes out of the skeptic's mouth, since they reject the Christian God as the ultimate verifier and determiner of the truth, whatever a skeptic's...
Okay, well, how do you know that? How do you know it's the Christian God? How do you know it's not Allah or the Roman gods or the Greek gods that aren't the ultimate form of authority? Do you not... Why am I even going over this with you, Darwin? That's all precept is, Darwin, is your assumptions. That is it.
Says it is just simply saying, this is true because I assume this.
Do you know that God
they cannot escape that.
Do you know that God exists by your reasonings?
No, I know God exists by revelation.
Because he told you so. Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
Tim, let me show you something. So Tim, if you're a guy, right? I'm gonna assume your name's Tim, right? So
Yeah.
if you want to verify you had a dick, right? Let's talk about how you could verify that. I know it's a very crude humor here, but let's just go with this, right? So you could look down and see that you have a dick, right? Now, if you're worried about your senses and reasoning and seeing like maybe my reasoning isn't right or my senses aren't, or my eyes aren't working good to see if I have a dick, right? Then you could go to a doctor. You can go to a third party, and then you could have them check to see if you have a dick, right? And then they could verify that. And then let's say, well, what if their reasoning's not right? Well, then we could go to another doctor, right? And then we could actually use probably computers. I mean, we could use heart rate would be another example. You could use a machine to measure your heart rate, which doesn't have senses of reasoning. That's mechanical. So there's all these forms of verification that you can do. Now, all Darwin's is doing is just trying to claim that in order to have any kind of verification, you have to have a God, right? But once again, just an assertion, just a claim, and his basic answer to you, God told me so. Why are we even arguing with this dude?
Wow, that Scholar actually killed it there. Ooh. Wrong button. Wow, that was awesome. Awesome work by Skylar. Moving on.
Tim, whenever, okay, you see
God
the
is
problem
kind of
with that statement, Simon, the problem with that statement is when you say,
You mean,
you can,
Skylar? You said Simon.
no, I don't directly talk with Skylar. Skylar's a douchebag. So Simon, when you can see your dick or whatever body appendage, you are presupposing at least at some level, the reliability of your sense perception. That your senses are giving you either in part or in whole accurate information about the nature of reality. That is what philosophers. Okay, I'd like to finish without being interrupted. I know you want to talk. I'll be off in 20 seconds. That basic belief that your basic sense perceptions is reliable is an unverifiable assumption. So when you say, well, I can see my dick, that rests upon not only the assumption of your basic sense perception, it also relies on your basic cognitive reliability in order to conclude that about you seeing things. So that statement rests upon assumptions again, Simon.
Yeah, I'd like to address what Skylar Fiction was saying about verification because it was kind of funny.
Yeah, Skylar definitely killed it there. So, since I actually have you here, I'm gonna ask you like I asked everyone else. I've noticed that philosophers, presuppers like to go into philosophy. So, I mean, I don't know if you argue with presuppers or not, but like your personal opinion, like what's your best way to fucking deal with them in case they go into that philosophy?
Well, here's the thing. With me, I'm a combinationalist. So, in a sense, I do use presuppositional apologetics only when they need to be properly applied, which the only time that I honestly see that they're ever in use is in, say, a cross-examination form of a debate. Because the whole point is basically testing a person's worldview, and it's best applied when you're in a debate, you're testing a thesis that you're defending or testing someone's thesis, and basically you're trying to see how consistent they are with their view. That's the only time real legitimate and logical way to it comes in. So if you're arguing with a presuppositionalist in general, my suggestion would be to pretty much kind of go with the same logic, test their idea and consistency with their own view, especially concerning their ideas as a presuppositionalist. So that would be my suggestion concerning the battle of when the presuppositional apologetics is best applied in a presuppositional versus presuppositional type of engagement.
Hey, Doctor.
Howdy. How's everyone tonight?
We're fine. We were just talking about presuppers, and I think we played a Scholar Fiction video about Darwin's deity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, have you ever heard of the Socratic method?
You talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Basically, as it's implied, this was a thing that was said to have been made by Socrates, this particular method. And that basically this is a philosophical way of discovering truth or testing certain reliability of people. The Socratic method is basically, for example, I'll show a good example there. This could get annoying, but you'll see my point. Tell me to stop talking.
Okay, stop talking.
Why?
Because I fucking said so. It's fine.
Well, why should that matter?
Why should it matter? It shouldn't.
So why shouldn't
I really don't care.
So the point. So there's a short, like a little exchange there. It's basically when you see someone, when you ask a question, somebody will probably give, a certain short thing, but why stop there? Mm-hmm. See how far their defense goes. Keep going, keep bringing the heat on, and trying to figure how it works out. And that's also essentially what presuppositionalism is in a nutshell concerning at least one aspect. Though I would also say I'm not too well advanced in this because I know there's two different schools of presuppositionalism. You have the Gordon Clark school of presuppositionalism, and then you have the more popular Van Til. Yeah. But I'm not too sure on what exactly the differences are between the two. But basically, let's see if I can find concept of the Socratic method in Plato's earliest dialogues. According to Vlastos, this is the following steps for the Socratic method. Number 1, Socrates, an interlocutor, asserts a thesis. For example, courage is endurance of the soul, which Socrates considers false and targets for refutation. Number 2, Socrates secures his interculator's agreement to further premises. For example, courage is a fine thing, and ignorant endurance is not a fine thing. Step 3, Socrates then argues, and the interculator agrees, that these further premises imply the contrary of the original thesis. In this case, it leads to courage is not endurance of the soul. And then finally, step 4, Socrates then claims that he has shown that his interculator's thesis is false and that its negation is true. So, short summary, that, and essentially that is basically kind of like presuppositional apologetics in a nutshell.
Huh.
So basically, keep testing them. Ask questions.
Well, yes and no. Because like the whole point of the Socratic method is to draw out people's like presuppositions and to help them come to realize things that they really didn't know about themselves prior, or their own beliefs or positions.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when we're talking about like someone like Darwin's deity,
Mm-hmm.
He already has the conclusion in mind, and he's not actually engaging in the Socratic method. He's engaging in some kind of bastardization of it.
Right, and that's why I was just saying, Ranger was asking, how do you deal with a presuppositionalist? And I offered that as one possible way, and also just playing presuppositional apologetics back as well, just at least from the secular point, or even just, for example, even certain Christians will engage in that. I mean, look at already the Van Til and Clark debate type that they have on that.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, hey, Tommy. Yeah, because I'm really not that interested in philosophy. In fact, it actually bores me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's why I'm just asking, because I'm not very good with philosophy.
Yeah, I'm not either. It's just one small layman thing I managed to learn, because one of my friends, Maximus Confesses, or Max Hangs Out, he's more of the philosophy buff, and it was hard to be in a communication with him at times. He did make some pretty good arguments for the existence of a God that, you definitely had to have been like someone like Ozymandias or some of the other philosophical atheists on here to engage in good conversation. Because I remember there was one hangout I held a while back, and there were two. It was Bunto and great, I already forget her name, Annabelle, and basically they asked a philosophical question, if I recall from what Max said, concerning God, and then Max tried to explain, but then they're like, no, stop using this philosophy, it's dead, you can't use it. And they're like, well, you just asked a philosophical question that demands a philosophical answer. So be consistent with what you're asking here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Regrettably, that is an all too common attitude, especially among like YouTube atheists.
Yeah.
So philosophy is dead. We don't need to study it or anything.
Yeah, like they say it's useless. I've met some that just say we don't use it anymore. And I remember there was a meme made about it where someone said that, it's like, explain to me what science is, and then someone starts explaining what it is, and halfway in the whole sentence is like, see what you're doing there? You're doing philosophy there.
I mean,
because like the two topics that I absolutely love learning and reading about are like particular like feminist ideas and cat and philosophy, and those are the two areas that people generally don't have know very much about and don't care to learn anything more about.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, yeah, I know a lot of atheists say that, but for me, I find philosophy very boring and just not something I'm interested in.
Right.
I would never say it's dead. I mean, I know there's still plenty of people who fucking study it.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it can be a good thing when properly applied.
I bet you like rationale and logic and reason and quality reasoning, though, which I think is part of philosophy, maybe.
In the words of Dusty Smith, logic.
Yeah.
Ugh.
St. Thomas. Long time to speak to. What's up?
See, senor. Good day, Pat. Good day, sir.
How do I look? Do I look clearer to you?
Robot and minorly.
I got a slightly higher resolution camera.
You look glorious as usual, sir. Like an excellent human being.
So Google Live Hangouts is disappearing.
Oh my gosh! I think I incited our good neighbor Christian anarchist to leave. I somehow incite nausea with him. Damn, I hate that.
So Google Live Hangouts is leaving. Are we still going to be able to have like regular Hangouts?
Yeah.
As far as I know, was by the way,
YouTube Live.
I'm just wondering if like the quick option will still be there when it comes to doing live streaming. I hope so.
Like think Steve's room. It looks just like every other ordinary Google Hangout, right? If you've ever been in Steve's room, he does everything through YouTube Live.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like when you do YouTube Live, they offer you two options. They offer you like a custom and a quick. With quick, in fact, I wonder if I should show you or not. I don't know what the hell I'll show you.
Basically, like the standard default setting, where it's just launch the Hangout. Everybody joins unbroadcasted and all that other stuff.
Yeah, the quick option and then like a custom option, which involves more software, I think. The quick option is through Google Hangout.
Right.
Yeah, no, you can use the YouTube Live for quick option.
Okay, good.
Because I've been doing that for like sniping tests.
Oh no, well that's my question. I was wondering if it's still going to be there after Monday.
Right. That's what I'm wondering. Is it going to be you have to use that software they told you to download, or
yes,
or you have to use it? Oh shit.
Yeah.
I never even tried it.
Like once you download it, everything else is entirely the same. It's just through YouTube rather than setting it up.
Oh, once you download it, it goes on automatically anyway?
Pretty well, yeah. Well, you have to go through YouTube Live, and there's like a way to set it up.
You don't have to set it. You don't have to start up the software every time?
No, it'll just automatically run.
Okay. Yeah. I got the software from. I downloaded it like months ago, and I never used it.
I couldn't find anything to download. Okay, everyone, we got Brother John and Anime here with us. How y'all doing?
What up?
What's up, Brother John?
What up, Tommy? Did you rage quit, Tommy?
Oh, don't out me, Tom. That ain't hard to figure out.
So, Tommy boy, I haven't talked to you in a while. What you been up to, man?
Oh, just trying to make sense of reality, get my arms around reality, and figure out everything. I'm trying to be perfectly mentally healthy at all times, in all ways, and I'm trying not to be stunned with this new neighbor who calls itself awesome. Well named, whoever awesome is, whatever it is, by the way, and
awesome
brave.
Anime fan, that's him.
I see, and let's see what else. Just trying to live large and be pleasant and amusing if I can.
In the end, it doesn't matter, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm busting my ass right now for a second.
You insist, it's your vision. It's your vision, sir, not mine. Call it like you see it.
Yeah, I'm currently in the process of looking for a second job so I can get out of this fucking hick steak faster.
What good place will have the good pleasure of your occupation do you envision?
I'm hoping to move to Vermont. My sister is one of my sisters is pregnant again, and she's due in February, and I kind of want to move up there before the baby comes.
Okay, then that makes sense, because otherwise I wouldn't know why you would want to move to the state where a senator formerly tried to outlaw blowjobs.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah,
Maybe because
he
he
did.
won't
He
get
tried
one.
that.
Okay,
Maybe because he
well,
won't get
Where are we
one.
going here?
let's be very clear. Vermont is my first fucking choice, but if I didn't have family there, I'd probably move someplace fucking warmer.
Look out, it's the BJ police.
Hey, people who ain't getting it sometimes have negative vision of such things. Yes. I could just say I bet Vermont is maybe better than Pakistan or Islamabad.
I think anything's better than Pakistan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Muslim countries.
Yeah.
Syria is definitely not better.
Hell, I'd rather live in the Vatican than Pakistan. One might experience more blowjobs.
I'd rather live in Michael Jackson's basement than Pakistan.
Somebody has a nun fetish.
If somebody does, it's a product of good vision. They
There'll
can't
be
help
none
it.
of that here.
What, fetishes?
Talk about it all you want.
Well, I'll make a grand sweeping statement. Sexual experience and sexual appetite is a result of good vision and good taste. I don't care what it is. Don't care what it is. Sexual experience, sexual appetite is a result of good vision and good taste and blood pressure. Yeah, blood pressure too. That has something to do with it.
Then you've got to have the stamina for that shit. Especially with the big girls, I've noticed.
And the vision, yes.
Yeah.
How one sees something, makes a diff. And, yeah, sexual experience is a product of good vision. Yes. And touch and taste, yes. I neither endorse nor condemn sexual experience.
Well, that's good.
It is. I am endorsed. I am commissioned and authorized not to condemn anything or anyone. Premarital hand-holding included, blowjobs included, abstinence included. I don't have to condemn anyone for anything, and I like it. It's very sweet.
Well, the only thing I condemn is bestiality and pedophilia. That's it.
I neither endorse nor
Necrophilia.
condemn
Yeah,
condemnation.
thank you, necrophilia.
I neither endorse nor condemn condemnation
Yeah.
of evil and evil shit. Yep.
So dead baby animals are definitely out, Ranger, right?
Oh, yeah. Those dead animals got to be out.
Premarital pussycat.
Yeah, they must be out.
Yes.
So what's new in the world?
Love.
Besides that.
Somebody's sister is pregnant. There's going to be another one of us. That's new.
You know what? I just had someone show me this story not that long, like literally tonight before I went live. One sec.
You removed him from the external Hangout chat, right?
Say what?
Outbound.
About him.
Was Outbound in here?
He just joined and left, and I'm looking through the people in conversation right now to make sure he's not in here.
Outbound's pretty cool.
No, I didn't join. I didn't. Fuck, I didn't add him. No, I haven't blocked. I don't see
Let me
how
see.
It says here, Outbound joined the group chat. Outbound unblockable left the group chat.
I don't see
I'm
how.
glad I'm glad you have good vision of Outbound. Not many.
Unknown removed Patrick. He removed Patrick and unknown person.
Yeah, he came in here and sniped, is what he did.
Outbound is sniped?
Yep.
He sniped us, yeah.
You know, he's sniped
Sniping,
Patrick.
sniping is a habit some are into. You know, they can't. I think they might
You
not
can
have
add Pat back in.
other fun things to do, so that's what they do is troll or snipe. It's kind of a habit doing such things.
I don't see how. I mean, I have that motherfucker blocked.
What's Outbound's last thingy?
It's unblockable. That's the only side. That's the only thing.
I guess
I
he
know.
keeps making sock accounts, is basically what it is.
Well, that must have been it because I blocked both of his accounts. I double checked to make sure I did.
Well, I just re-added Patrick to the Hangout, so he
Okay,
should
good.
be able
Thank
to rejoin now, and if he can't rejoin on that browser, if he launches another one and rejoins through that one, he should be able to get in.
I wonder if Outbound would risk coming in and just chilling out instead of, you know, always doing his advanced sniping. I wish he'd just come in and chill out, you know.
Well, he can't come in. I haven't blocked.
Oh, I see.
Blocked too.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
I blocked him months ago because he is genuinely just somebody who is not wanting to have a conversation and just wants to basically run around slapping Christians in the face.
Well, for me,
might,
that he. Well,
he might
technically it was him, but his little butt buddy down corner sniped my hangout like months ago and started showing porn. Anyway, to the story. Youth pastor rapes teen girl and church demands she apologizes to her rapist wife.
And just like that, your video is demonetized.
Don't care. I don't monetize anyway. The church in Ohio, apparently the Columbian Road Baptist Church in North Olmsted, banned a teenage girl and her family from attending services until she apologized to the wife of the man who sexually abused her. By the youth pastor Brian Mitchell has a wife and 3 kids, but that didn't stop him from targeting a 16-year-old who was simply seeking spiritual guidance at the service at the church.
In his pants.
Apparently,
By unzipping his pants at the service, yeah. She was speaking spiritual guidance vigorously with her lips. A big load of spiritual guidance. Maybe, I don't know. I just extrapolated.
Well, apparently this guy started texting the girl and started complaining about his wife. The church actually found out about it but didn't do anything. And of course the dude went to jail for 10 years and the church demanded that the girl and her family apologize to the wife. And of course they just stopped going to church.
Wow.
Yeah.
My grandfather was 21 and my grandmother was 15. I guess he may have gone to jail if he had lived in this era. But this is a different time, and what is legal and moralism, shallow moralism, is different in this era than formerly. It's a unique time to be alive.
Yeah.
10 years worth of punishment for love. I don't know. I am not in a position to declare what is just and what is good in that case. It sounds damn dreadful, horrible, that I am not in a position to judge. So, back to you, John.
Going back.
God damn it.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and watch the external feed for a bit of who is involved in the Hangout, and I'll just keep removing Outbound from the Hangout.
Yeah, I already moved him myself. I don't know.
Well, he's coming in on all of his socks right now.
Oh my god.
Seriously,
Dude,
they have
get a fucking life,
nothing better to
Outbound.
do.
What?
Seriously, they have nothing better to do than just troll your shit.
Exactly.
Pretty well. They are grown ass
like-
men acting like children.
It sounds boring. It sounds
What fucking cunts.
Just real quick. Outbound, if you're listening to this, get a fucking life, dude. I'm not in the mood.
Oh, when did we go live?
We've been live.
Oh my god.
wow.
Yeah,
Reputation, man, reputation.
I think he's just probably attacking you because you're friends with True.
Well, that, and he had the audacity to kick down Corner from the hangout for something.
Why do men climb Mount Everest? Because it's there. I've heard. Just because they can.
Well, sorry.
Because some asshole put something in the way. We get over it.
Something to do.
Straight
Something to
fucking through. Watch this shit.
Well, at this point, it's kind of pointless. It made sense to be the first person to do it, but now you're like, what, the 100th?
Well,
You know our good.
You
know
can
our-
put your balls on the table.
Do you know our good neighbor Darwin's deity?
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah,
It's
no.
not a good neighbor.
Well, I guess that is subjectively debatable.
It's a
Truly.
piece of diarrhea.
Well, I will not contest that vision of that human being, but I surmise that he has a contentious communication habit. That he has a habit of belittling, or a habit of subjugating other people in a clever way, a name calling habit. Perhaps it could be seen as a trolling habit.
Okay, we're gonna go off air right away because the Short Bus Clan just came in and sniped Atheist Ranger.
Busted. Damn it.
Just put it offline. It doesn't matter. I mean,
Well, I can't do that. We have to wait the 5 minutes before it goes off air, or
Oh.
Atheist Ranger is gonna have to shut it down and relaunch another one.
I didn't realize that. I thought you were able to. Jesus Christ. Why do these people do this shit? I mean, seriously.
For a zinger.
How hard up are you to sit there I have to go piss on
Desperate.
everybody's parade.
It's desperate.
You can't talk about anything that I don't agree with. I'm going to pee on you right in your eye. Oh, fucking twats.
It's a habit. It's a habit. It's like an adrenaline habit. It's a compulsion. Kind of like
meth habit.
Like kleptomania a little bit.
It's just childish is all it is. It's people being petty and prideful.
Petty and prideful.
I don't understand.
Is it proving oneself, one's power? Get a little power buzz.
Nobody's got nothing. I mean, this is what we're all bullshitting online. It's
Speak for
not like
yourself. I'm aiming for a PhD.
we're all this is my PhD in physics, and you guys have to all agree with it because how am I going to get any further in physics unless you guys agree with this?
That's their trump card. Their grand trophy of advanced master trolling. Maybe it's all they got. Maybe that's the sole way in which they really feel good about being advanced. Is trolling like that, sniping.
Well, trolling is one thing. I can tolerate trolling.
But
this is just coming in and vandalizing other people's hangouts, disrupting conversation, showing pornography, and whatever the hell else.
So it's kind of impoverished. Trolling can be refined and positive, but this is an impoverished habit.
Well, trolling can be refined, and it can become incredibly entertaining to watch.
Trolling can be useful. Look at like what they did to the contest that went to the kids that had there was a contest, have somebody come and sing for our school, and they had
America's
some
Got Talent.
country singer. They had her sing. They all voted for her to go to a deaf school.
Huh.
Not deaf.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Deaf school.
Yeah.
Nobody
Wow,
could hear. And yeah, she was not too happy about it.
It wasn't Justin Bieber, was it?
No, but she still deserved it because she couldn't sing for shit. But I don't know. No, the people that come and do the shit to just private hangout. I mean, it's not even private hangout. Public hangouts. What the fuck is the point?
To get a buzz and feel better and do something wonderful.
Just go buy fucking a $5 crack rock.
It's addictive. It's habit forming. Got to find another.
So is crack.
Another one day after day after day. Find another hangout to disrupt.
People need to be shot at. See, this is why I get a bunch of shit because I'm like, oh well, you know, the death penalty should be used more than it is. I'm not saying